Good morning everyone, Carrie here. So after our spine stretches, we finish with an exercise called rest position. So I'm just going to go through that, and I'll go through it forwards and I'll go through it sideways and I'll go through it so that you can see from the back. Okay, because then I've actually changed this a little bit. So I call it the rest and lean. Okay, so you want wide hip angle, and then you're going to come down onto the elbows here. Now I go with my my unaffected arm first. This was my rotator injury arm, so it's still a bit weaker, so I go with that one. So walk that hand forward, but still keep the forearm on the ground. Okay, and then what we want to do is actually move. So it's actually called a C-shaped curve, this. And I'll show you that when we go side on. And this is to get a combination. We want the long head of tricep and latissimus dorsi stretched out here. So you're going to go your lean. And then you're going to actively straighten the elbow. Back to the lean. And actively straighten the elbow. Back to the lean. And actively straighten the elbow. Okay, so the lean does the long head of tricep. Let me go side on for this one so that you can see. And then the active straightening stretches latissimus dorsi. Okay, so we're here and we want to C-shaped curve. So you want to really, you're aiming at getting the stretching here on the outside. This is where latissimus dorsi comes around. Okay, and the long head of tricep attaches here. So you want to lean. And then I give it a moment or two because of course I can really feel that. And then actively straighten the elbow. So then that changes the stretch for me to the top and the front of the shoulder. Then back to the lean. This is the one that I'm really working on. And then actively straighten the elbow. And back to the lean. Actively straighten the elbow. And back to the lean. Okay. So the other thing we want to have with this is that you can actually get your spine into extension, and then it's like a side gliding movement. Because then you're also freeing up all the tissue, and I can sometimes feel it to the other side if I get a good lean. So if we go side on, I mean with this way, so the key thing for me here is what I've got to do is watch my feet. So I don't want my feet doing that. Okay, so I'll just go this side so that you can see. So that's your positioning there. And then actively straighten that elbow. Then back to the lean. And you can see I'm stiff to the side. Then actively straighten the elbow. So I'm feeling that stretch right from the back, which is latissimus dorsi. Okay, so if you don't get the lean, if you don't get this bit here, you're not going to be getting these sections of latissimus dorsi stretched out. And for me, what I've realized is I've always been really stiff in that area of my thoracic spine, and I kind of feel like finally I'm getting the mobility in that area. And when you can get the mobility in that area, it starts freeing up your neck and your shoulders. It's been a great little exercise for me. And what I do is I use this if I've got a headache. So I actually start with my spine stretches, and then I actually do the rest position, and I really work on all these angles, and then I might do my chin tuck, something like that. Okay, Have a great day, everyone. Bye.